Welcome back, everyone. Talking chic. We talk a whole bunch of chic with my colleagues and friends. Today, I got a very successful investor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Recently moved to Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Military veteran, novations expert, acquisitions and sales expert. I have Naaman Taylor with me today. What's up?
What up, brother?
What up, Doc?
Let's talk some chic.
Let's talk a little bit, man. So I have some questions that I never got the chance to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is, where were you born? Because were you born in Oklahoma or were you born here in Texas?
Neither. I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. That's where I'm originally from.
What?
Yeah. You know me from Oklahoma because that's where I was stationed when I was in the Army.
Yeah.
And now I moved here. My wife's from here. So I moved here because my wife. So, yeah, Ohio, baby. I'm a Browns fan, a Buckeye fan.
I didn't know that.
LeBron James, baby. Like, yeah, those are my guys.
So when did you move to Oklahoma? When you joined the military?
No. Well, so that was actually my first trip. Leaving Cleveland was to Oklahoma because that's where I do basic training. So I did all my basic training and AIT, Advanced Individual Training. All that was done in Oklahoma. So that's where like all the artillery guys go to start their military career. But I got stationed there in 2020. The end of 2020, I got stationed there to be an instructor. Yeah, and so I ended up living there, but that was the same time I was getting started in real estate and networking and all that stuff. Yeah, that was my first stateside assignment back from, when I was living in Germany.
What attracted you to join the military when you were there in Ohio?
Dude, Cleveland, Ohio, it doesn't all. At the time I was living there, I didn't see a ton of opportunity. And I know I didn't want the jobs that I saw people that I knew doing. And I also did 4 years of JROTC. So it was kind of planted in me from like the 9th grade, like some sort of like little military bug. But I really joined because I wanted to get out of Cleveland and go see some other stuff. And a lot of my friends were a grade above me, and they all joined the Air Force.
Why did you choose the Army over the Air Force?
It seemed tougher. And so I just was like, yeah, I'm going to be tougher than my friends that joined the Air Force.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I joined the Army. And I did it on the buddy program with a buddy of mine that we play high school basketball together. We both joined the military, went to Oklahoma together. So the buddy program lets you like hang out with your buddy. So we did like reception, basic training, AIT, and we ended up doing our first duty station together in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Yeah, so I got a good thing is I had a friend of mine from Cleveland with me. My first 3 years in the Army. We got to hang out and grow together and, be boys, and so it was really cool.
Do you think it would have been more difficult if you would have done it like by yourself?
100%. Because even in like the basic training, you're like running all hard and working out and stuff.
Yeah.
To see your friend that you know doing the same thing, it made it easier. And it's nice to know people, right? So it was cool because it can get real rough in basic training. At least it did when I went to in 2009.
Yeah. Is it like the TV shows? Like with the sergeant yelling at you?
Ours was.
Move your ass!
Ours was, yeah. We were getting constantly yelled at and screamed at. I mean, it's the Army. They got to teach you how to man up and be tough. So we're getting yelled at. I remember one time in particular, a guy, because we weren't allowed to eat that much food. They were trying to make us lose a lot of weight and like be in shape and be tough. And so a guy put a bunch of fruit in his pocket and some M&Ms and stuff to like eat later. I need the M&Ms from like an MRE.
Like a snack packet.
Yes, bro. So he had a pocket full of food, and we were doing our marching, right? And somehow the drill sergeant knew. They just know.
Yeah.
Like they've
done it all before, bro, so they know all the little tricks.
Yes. They have like cycles that they go through, so they know all the tricks. So they noticed this dude has like fruit and stuff in his pocket. So they make him take it all out and give it to the drill sergeant. He makes him stand by like a brick pole. And then he just starts beaming them with like plums and oranges. And that was probably like one of the things that I saw that was probably not legal. But it was...
Won't say no names.
Yeah, we just let it roll. You know what I mean? Like, we were just like, make sure you don't take any food back from the DFAC. They told us not to do that. This dude did it, and now he's getting hit with an orange. And so
my God.
Oranges don't leave no bruises. And so that was probably one of the... So yes, we were getting yelled at, screamed at, punished, hold the bags over our head. One time there was like, I don't know, there's probably 60 of us in like an open bay. and they made us all move out of the bay because it was dirty. So 60 of us were in the bay. They made us all move out because it was like something was wrong. Something very little, but this is how they do you. They make you they overreact. And so they made all 60 of us pack up all of our shit, all of our chic, and all of our stuff, and pack it all up and get all the way. We were on the second floor. So imagine 60 like just young dudes packing up 4 bags, running downstairs, like putting it all. Yeah, dude, they made us move completely out of the bay because of that. So like we went through some things there, but it taught us, discipline and, teamwork. And
that was going to be my next question. Like, what kind of things did you learn in the military that you still use today? Like skills, habits?
I would say I'll give you a few. What makes me a good CEO now is the leadership component. So I was able to lead. So I did 13 years in the Army, and I got promoted.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, honor and privilege. I got promoted to like a management position 3 years into the Army. And then the 4th year, I got another bigger promotion to be like even more people. I was 22 years old, leading probably at this point, I don't know, like maybe 10 people. And then a few years later, I had like 30. And today's February 2nd, right?
Yes.
I deployed February 2nd, 2017. I took about 20 people to war. Like that was just 7 years ago. My wife sent me a picture today, like look at this old like memory thing. And so that was 7 years ago. I took people to war. So like leadership is probably the number one thing that I learned, how to lead, manage people from different backgrounds, different personalities. Like there's not any one person that I can't find a way to lead. If you take a look at our team, we're very diverse, like as far as age, race, sex, all those things. We have a very wide range of people here, just all good people, but I can lead every single one of them.
That was one of the things I was going to mention is you are a very good leader, and everybody on your team is rock solid. Come on in.
We got some people. You out? What you got?
So guys, we're in the middle of a podcast, and a deal just came in. Homeboy's gonna come over here.
It's Khalil.
Homeboy's gonna make an offer. Here,
Khalil,
take the mic.
How long you been working here, Khalil?
I've been here for a week and a half.
Get down so the camera can see.
All right.
What's going on, guys?
Week and a half. All right, tell me about the deal. Where's it at?
It's located in Kansas City, Missouri.
Nice. Is it one of Sterling's TikTok leads?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go. He told me it was going to be a good one.
It was a good one.
He literally just texted me and said it's going to be a good one.
160 ARV. He's wanting no less than 47,000. We got him. We got our cash offer right now. Our MAO is 80 for novation, and 55 cash, I believe.
That's MAOs.
So those of you who don't know, MAO is a max allowable offer. That's the max we're able to offer a homeowner whenever we're going to buy their property as an investment property. Just to clarify.
Correct.
Okay. What's the zip code?
I don't have the zip code by hand.
Go run and get the zip code real quick. We need to know.
So we're really here, guys. We're really here in Naaman's office, and people are working deals as we speak.
We kicked everybody out of here. This is the flex room.
Yeah, we kind of kicked everybody out of here.
There's an act guy that works there, act guy that works there, and dispo girl that works here. And we were like, oh, y'all got to get out so we can shoot this podcast. Yeah. Go work in some of the other offices.
But this is no joke, guys. Naaman's really running an operation here in Fort Worth, and deals are flying through this place left and right. Here he comes back. He's coming back. Come on in.
All right, what's the zip?
64130. 64.
Come over here so the camera can see.
64130. What county is it in? You know?
I have no clue what county
All right.
it is.
I called this guy earlier with another Kansas City deal.
Oh, this is the one that was just in there
Yeah,
talking about
because
Jackson?
we had another one.
Oh, okay.
And I had him tell me, so I'm gonna see if Justin picks up, because he's really the expert here. This is the cool thing about having a brand and networking is you know the players in the other markets. So when I get a lead in Kansas City, I just call my friend who does deals in Kansas City and I say, what do I need to lock this up at and what could I sell it for? He didn't answer, but he texted me 5 minutes ago from that other deal.
This is really interesting, guys. You're seeing REI in action here.
Yeah,
real life.
We'll see if he calls back. I don't know where 64130. I'm gonna ask Siri. I want it to be in Jackson County. All right, is 64130.
Mm-hmm.
What county is? It's in Jackson County. Let's go. So Jackson County. How fast do they want to sell it?
Now.
Lock it up, cash.
Okay.
Yeah. Lock it up cash. Ask him if 47 is negotiable. That's or what he wants 47, right?
He said 47 is bottom line.
Bottom line. Okay, I will lock it up at 47.
Okay.
All right.
So, guys, you saw it firsthand. It's no joke in here. I mean, we're live right now, and deals are coming left and right. And, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was one of your acquisitions agents?
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
He just started maybe 12 days ago.
Okay.
I think he sent out one contract so far. Didn't get it signed. It was a lead Zolo lead, but it was a good lead. He didn't get it signed. It was too new.
Yeah.
I was in the office. It's funny. Because the lead Zolo leads that are in major markets, I send to our top 2 guys. And so it was his first day. So he was built in the CRM wrong. So when it came in, it went to him. It wasn't supposed to. And so I walked in the office and I go, hey, who got Stewart in Houston? And my top guy's like, I didn't get it. My second guy's like, I didn't get it. And then Khalil's like, hey, Stewart, it's Khalil. How you doing? And I'm like, yo, who gave the new guy the Houston lead? And so it's pretty funny. So that's our joke is like, Khalil be getting the good leads when he's not supposed to. And even this one, like Sterling's lead, I don't think you're supposed to get this one either. It was a good lead. The new guys, I make them cut their teeth by calling a lot of follow-up. Some of the older leads or 3-day blow up is what we call it when people don't answer. So I make all my new guys come in and just like, hey, you need to call all this old stuff, cut your teeth, earn your spot here, and then when you make me some money, then I'll send you some better leads.
Do you think that's the better way to learn to go through the tough leads? And what is a tough lead in your opinion compared to like a good lead?
Yeah, it's the lead source, right? So I mean, we get probably about 1,000 leads a month in, and depending on the lead gen source, whether it came through SEO, Facebook, YouTube, Google, TikTok, SEO, Bing, cold calling, texting, right? They're all kind of ranked. And so all the new guys, they get the lower end leads that have less motivation to try and spark that conversation. Because the last thing I need is somebody that could have got one call closed, like with Stewart, the joke. It was like my top guys were like, man, we would have one call closed that dude. And so he didn't get them. And so it's like, hey, they don't need those guys in the beginning until they learn how to close. And so we actually teach not from the top of the script down, but from the bottom up. We teach them how to close first. Anyone can build rapport and ask them what the conditions of the house is, et cetera. We teach them how to close first. Like just go hardcore on closer training. And then you can go have conversations. He's a loan officer previously.
Oh,
so
okay.
He understands how to talk to people.
So he knows the lingo.
He gets real estate, right? So he understands the game. That's why we hired him. He actually helped us with another deal, loan officer style. But yeah, so that was that's how we start our new guys out.
Cool. We kind of jumped forward a little bit because we had Khalil jump in.
Let's jump back because jumping back is fun.
He needed some help with the deal, and that was really cool that we got to see that live in action. Yeah. Like, hey, people are running deals as we speak. They're on the phones as we speak right now. Yeah. So you were in the military. What got you into real estate wholesaling? I think is where you started.
I know where we were. You wanted to know what I picked up from the military.
Oh yeah. What you wanted to pick up from the military? What you learned?
This is the Kansas City guy.
Oh, you got to answer that, guys. Live deal.
Justin, 64130. Is that a good one? Okay. We got something. I think ARV is like 160. They want around 50. Is that safe? 30% safe?
Does it need a ton of work?
Kinda, yeah. Need some work.
So,
man, y'all got to steal deals in Kansas City.
Oh.
I'm like Texas. I'm like half off. We got it going.
Half
bro.
price brick.
Yeah, half price brick. Shout out Ryan Jackson. It's like, bro, we get half price brick in Texas. We're good to go. Y'all like, I need that about 20%, 30% tops. Jeez.
No, for real, yeah. So if you can get it at 50, then yeah, I think that's a steal as long as it don't need like 80K in work. But
Okay. All right. I'll have my guys text over the address. I'll send it to you as well.
okay, cool.
All right. Later.
All right, later.
Real transactions going down in here, guys.
Yeah, let me tell Khalil.
It's
Sorry.
really going down. No, don't be sorry. This is amazing. We get to see it real life in action, not just talk about it, which is really cool.
Yeah,
So,
I like to crowdsource the information from the experts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we don't do deals in Kansas City that much.
Yeah.
We mainly do top 25 counties in Texas. And so when we get these like out of state leads, I just call my friends that are in that state or city and get the expert advice. You see, he knew exact 64130. It's not so good. It's more of a straight line. The further south you get in that zip code, he knew exactly what to say.
And you know what's cool, man, is what I was going to mention about that is it doesn't matter how much of an expert you are in something, you're always continuously learning. There's always something you do not know. And so the mentorship and learning never stops.
That's actually one of our one-on-one clients.
Really?
Yeah. He's one of my one of our paid one-on-one clients. We're helping him scale his business, but he gets Kansas City like a lot. That's his vibe. So we're like, dude, we can help you grow there. Let's do it.
Awesome. That was really cool, guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad everybody who's watching got to see that, to know that like it ain't no bullshit here, man. Like
no. Spinning back to what I learned in the Army though, outside of leadership, I'll say the next thing is communication. If you want to be a good leader, right? There's a lot of toxic leaders in the Army that's like, you're gonna do what I tell you to do because I'm in charge. And I started out like that because that's how I was raised in the Army. Like my bosses treated me like that. So then when I first started out, that's how I treated my soldiers. Army made a little bit of a shift in about 2012, about 3 to 4 years in, right when I was making my progression in my career. And it took me like 2 years to get on board. I was smoking the shit out of people, bro. I was mean. I was a mean leader. Yeah, but the Army started to change more like corporation business style versus how the Army was.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of us a long time to like adapt. But I did it faster than others because I was young in the Army. But some of the guys that had been in 15 years already, they were not adapting very fast, and it showed. People started getting in trouble and things like that. And so learning how to communicate with people, talking to them, understanding how they needed to be led. And that's what makes me a good sales guy now, because I can talk to so many different kinds of people, understanding where they're coming from and how to talk to people to get across and get through to them. Because this is a very hard thing. You got young people moving hundreds of miles, thousands of miles sometimes away from their family, and they're 18, 19 years old. And those parents are trusting you with their children, right? I'm 22 years old, and they're handing me 18-year-old people to lead. And like, that is a hard thing to do in the military, because you're just trying your best too.
Yeah.
And so learning how to communicate, adapting to, good leaderships and servant leadership is something that truly like helped me become the leader I am today. That servant leader. Like, for reference, it's a little chilly in here, right? Like a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah. What I do is I come in the morning sometimes and I'll turn the heaters on for everybody before they all get here. So it's a little toasty for them. But it's like servant leadership, like just little stuff like that, like caring about your team and your people is what'll help you get to the next level.
Yeah.
They see that you care.
100%. Servant leadership. I love that. And I definitely see that here in your office when I come to film content, or if I come hang out. It's definitely your style of leadership definitely resonates with the whole team. Everybody hears in one mind, one accord, getting down on the phones.
And everybody looks different.
Everybody looks different. A lot of diversity here, like we were saying earlier.
Tall white dude, short Mexican guy, black dude, Asian dude.
And you got Abby.
Yeah. Russian girl. Mexican girl.
It's awesome.
It's like,
awesome.
Half our virtual teams in Egypt, like and everyone just gets along. And it's because we were doing things the right way.
Yeah, it's amazing. So when you were in the military, like, when did you know that it was time to make a change? Was it an event that happened or something that kind of led you to getting into real estate?
Bro, I had no idea. I thought I was going to do 20, 30 years.
You thought that was it?
I was committed. I was 10 years in. I was fully committed. I did 13. You can retire at 20 years, by the way. So I was fully committed to being in the military until the pandemic hit. And that's kind of opened my eyes, because I had deployed twice. I was all about mission, leadership, growing, professional development, not personal development, professional development. How can I be the best soldier? Not best version of myself, but the best soldier. And so I have been focused on that for a decade, and I was a great soldier. I was the best. I was always, ranked number one and running faster than everybody and being in the best shape and being the leader and all that. Pandemic hit, everything stopped, slowed down. I was in a weird job where I didn't really have any soldiers. At the time, I was a marksmanship instructor, so I was instructing people how to shoot. And so I didn't have a team of soldiers underneath me when the pandemic hit. I had just transitioned to that job maybe 8 months. I had been doing that marksmanship job, and the whole world shut down. And so everything in my life stopped. And I started watching like just YouTube. Well, first I was playing video games. I was in the gulag down there playing freaking Call of Duty, getting dubs, going up the rope. I was having fun. I did that for like 2 months, and I was like, hey, there's probably got to be some better way to spend my time. So then I started watching YouTube, I started watching like Dave Ramsey, you know, did all the baby steps, and then the algorithm gave me bigger pockets, and I went crazy, bro.
You dove in. YouTube University.
I went crazy. I probably watched 200 episodes in like 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why I didn't have a job.
Yeah. So
I was still getting paid. So my pandemic was different than everybody else's. I was still getting paid because we work for the government, and I didn't have no work. So I was just sitting in my barracks room every day. I'd get up, work out, make coffee, and then I would just turn on Bigger Pockets. And I'd watch.
Self-educate.
Bro, I was like 6 episodes a day. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I did. I thought it was so interesting. I'd never seen anything like it. And so I just kept watching him. A couple months later, I was like, what's so special about all these people that I just watched?
Guys, if you want a first-hand education from somebody who's actually doing deals, running a team, and doing millions of dollars in transactions a year, this is your opportunity. Send Naaman a text, send him a DM, and get involved, because there's no better person to learn from than somebody who's actually moving and shaking. Yeah, absolutely. Naaman, thanks so much for letting me into your office. Thanks for spending some time with me here, and thanks for talking a little chic with me, man. I appreciate it. Let's do it. Thank you, buddy.